Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. I think I'm live now. It's been a tough time being a Manchester United fan. In the last decade or so, we have had a few good moments. Van Gaal won the FA Cup, then Marino won us the Europa League, and it's Europa League. You do not want to set your standards at that, especially when when you are at Manchester United. But it was a good feeling, win a European trophy and winning a major trophy after such a long time. We got Ole then, and then just didn't work out well for either of us, neither for United, neither for or for Ole. Then we have now gotten Rangnick, who for me I think he's been doing a decent job, not so great, not so bad. The recent result is just the epitome of it. It just reflects how the you know performances have been, how the results have been under Rangnick. Good performances, but not so good results. We had a nil-nil draw against Watford, a side that was at the bottom of the league. Surprisingly, you know, we had 22 shots on target, 22 shots at the goal, and we could not convert even one of them. Especially when you have players like Ronaldo, players like Bruno. I'm just looking at my cat who wants she's sleeping, so I need to make sure that I don't wake her up. So we have players like Bruno, we have players like Ronaldo, and then Pogba in the team. Elanga is doing so well. Sancho is one of the biggest talents in Europe. Then we have got Rashford, who was supposed to be one of the players who'd carry United for a long time. But everything seems to be going wayward at the moment. Uh, I'll even, j- I'll not consider that we have 22 shots on goal. Some of the shots on goal were just, wayward attempts, not clear chances. But at least three chances, I can at least, give us three or four chances that we should have definitely, scored. For example, the one that Bruno had, one on one against the keeper, he should have scored there. Ronaldo then chipped the ball to Bruno. He should have at least headed it towards goal. Ronaldo then had a couple of chances in the second half as well, where just did not put it into the empty space. Just rushed it back to the goalkeeper. He just wasn't ready. At some point, you have to admit that Ronaldo does not seem to be up for it at Manchester United, especially in the Premier League. He has been turning up in the Champions League, especially in the group stages, but he does not seem up to it for the Premier League. Maybe because he has already decided that he's not going to be here, but we'll talk about it later. Talking about the draw again, it's nothing surprising to be honest. We have had a lot of draws under Ragnick. It has just been a feature of the Ralph Ragnick Manchester United. There's some people who believe that he's done a very good job. People say that he coached the team for a win, but the players, you know, uh, disappointed and did not turn that win into did not turn that coaching into a proper win. They just ended up with a draw. I personally do not agree with that. I blame Ragnick for a lot of things here. The results you see under him, we have won just four of our last 10 games. We have won just seven out of the 17 that we have played under Ragnick. And you think of Manchester United of the past when we used to be a Fergie team. There used to be a time, when people said about Manchester United players that they'd rather, lose a match going for the win instead of going for a draw. But now I just do not understand how can a certain fan base be happy with the with the amount of draws that we have been playing, and that has been costing us a lot. You won't, realize it because when you look at the stats, we have not lost many matches in the Premier League. I think we have only lost against Wolves since Rangnick has come in. But the fact that we have just won 7 out of the 17 games under Ragnick, that's not a good sign as well. The fact that we have just won 4 out of the last 10 games, that's not a good sign as well. Another thing that I wanted to talk about Ragnick is that I don't think he's acting like a proper manager. I think he's a little, conscious about the fact that he is just an interim manager and that he has accepted that he'll not be here, not be in that manager's position at the end of the season. I'll tell you how. Number one, with that Maguire, everything that has gone on with Maguire, I just don't understand why he is not being dropped. Yes, he was dropped against Watford, but This is a game when your fringe players have to be when your main players have to be dropped, and you play your fringe players. The game against Atletico, I just did not understand that why did Lindelof come out and Maguire stayed into play. I think the best decision would have been to keep keep Lindelof on the pitch, get Maguire off, and then bring in Van Bissaka if you really wanted to have him on the right back position. Uh, People argue that Lindelof was carrying a yellow card. That was the reason that he was brought in. No, that was not the reason. Atletico had at least 4 or 5 players who were carrying a yellow card, still finished the game. Fred was carrying a yellow card. He still finished the game. It's very common for defensive midfielders or centre backs to carry a yellow card and still finish the game. It's a bizarre, it's a crazy argument that it was a yellow card, that made sure that Lindelof came out, because if we were bringing out centre backs for yellow cards, there'd be so many substitution in a game. Then we really need 5 to 6 substitutions in a game. Then coming to the second point about Rangnick, I think that he's overplaying Ronaldo at the moment. Ronaldo at times, you can it's very obvious that he is frustrated, but there are even times where I feel that he's not up for it. He's tired. He's almost played all the important games for us. He let Cavani, stay with his family. I think it seems to be a good decision, because you want the players to not not feel bind not feel bounded with the responsibility of the club. You really want them to be at their 100% when they are representing the club. But that Cavani incident has cost us a lot. Ronaldo now has to play a lot of games, and he looks very tired to me. I think he should have been rested for that Watford game. We should have figured some way out. We are resting Jadon Sancho, but I just don't understand that why are we not resting Ronaldo? Yes, Ronaldo is one of the best players in the world, and he will ask you, put him into the team every single time. But it's Ralph's responsibility as the manager to, manage Ronaldo. He's 37 years old. He's not the same Ronaldo that he used to be. He does not have the same fitness. Yes, he is fitter than most players out there still till now, but he's still not as fit as that he used to be. He just cannot play every single important game for us. The fact that he played against the bottom team of the league, and now they're they're just 4 or 5 very important games in March, and he just cannot miss any of them. You cannot drop Ronaldo against City. You cannot drop him against Liverpool. You cannot drop him